Hello, this is Michael, and welcome to the Medlock Method Chinese Language Builder.
你好，我是邱老师。
And we have a new subject that we're starting today.
That's right. 旅游
Travelling.
That's right.
And what sort of things are we going to be covering in this topic today?
The proper names for some locations.
That is so important. If
Yeah.
you say National Palace to people, they'll go,
Yeah. And some other essential sentence patterns for visiting places.
Excellent.
Okay, let's begin. 我想去参观长城。
Now, Changcheng is the long wall, the Great Wall of China.
Yep, we say Changcheng is actually literally means a long city. Long city. And 参观is to visit.
Now, this is fairly specific meaning, isn't it? It's to visit a place where you normally have to buy a ticket to get in. It's enclosed.
That's right. It usually museum, usually some specific venue. And you say 参观.
I can't help noticing that the Great Wall is not really, well, it is a wall, but it's not enclosed.
That's right. So Changcheng is actually at the borderline here. And usually Changcheng, many people will say 我想去长城看一看.
Have a look at.
Yeah. Or 去走一走. So to have walk around. Okay. Because Changcheng is really long and actually it can spend a day, the whole day.
Your whole life, I guess.
So this 参观 is usually for this clothes and like museum type of venue.
But normally, if you're going to visit the Great Wall, you'll be paying a ticket entrance fee anyway. So we use that for here.
Yeah. So Changcheng is actually could be both 看一看, 走一走, or 参观.
Could you give us the sentence again, please?
我想去参观长城. Okay, 参观. 参 here is to participate, and 观 is to look, to observe.
Observe, isn't it?
So 参观 is somewhere that you go and join to look. So it's not something you do, it's something you look.
Yeah, so you wouldn't use it for, you wouldn't 参观 Beijing or London or New York.
No.
It would have to be more specific. It would have to be the Forbidden City or the Tower of London or whatever.
That's good. Okay, this Palace Museum we just mentioned here. 故宫.
Yeah, that's the Palace Museum, the Forbidden City.
Yeah, 故宫.
Well, let's practice the vocabulary and that sentence pattern. Tell me, I'd like to visit the Palace Museum.
我想去参观故宫. 故宫. 故 it means old and 宫 means palace. Okay, 故宫.
And the next place which people visit when they go to Beijing is the Summer Palace.
It's called 圆明园. 圆明园.
Tell me, I'd like to visit the Summer Palace.
我想去参观圆明园.
And one more essential Beijing stop will be the Temple of Heaven.
天坛.
Tell me, I'd like to visit the Temple of Heaven.
我想去参观天坛.
Let's move away from Beijing and go to Shanghai. And a great place to visit when you're in Shanghai is the Yuyuan Garden.
It's just called 御园. 御园.
Tell me, I'd like to visit the Yuyuan Garden.
我想去参观御园.
And the next major tourist spot, we go off to Xi'an and visit the Terracotta Army, which I'll have to admit that I've never actually been to myself.
It's called 兵马俑. 兵 is soldier and 马 is horse. And 俑 is...
It's a temple figure, isn't it, that you put in a sort of a funerary place.
Yeah, Okay, 兵马俑.
Tell me, I'd like to visit the Terracotta Army.
我想去参观兵马俑.
And now we're going to be a little less specific and just say museum.
博物馆. 博物馆. 博 means diversity, means grand. 博 also means broad. It's interesting that so the PhD doctor, we call them 博士. Okay.
They have broad knowledge, broad masters.
But they actually don't. They have a very specific,
narrow, yeah.
very narrow, very deep though. So, but anyway, we'll call them 博士. So 博 for this broad, and 物 is item, things. So many different things. 博馆.
And the next one we'll have is art gallery, but we're meaning sort of larger art museum.
Yeah. It's called 美术馆. 美术 is art. And 馆, again, hall. 美术馆.
Tell me, I'd like to visit a museum.
我想去参观博物馆.
Tell me, I'd like to visit an art gallery.
我想去参观美术馆. Okay, next topic. 博物馆什么时候开? 什么时候开门?
So the museum, when opens.
Yeah.
When does the museum open?
Yeah, when does a museum open? When did it open? Every day.
Yeah, so this is the opening time.
That's right.
You're not asking about opening times, not from when till when, just at what time does it open its door?
Literally, the door is open.
Yeah.
开门.
Then logically we will want to know when it closes.
There will be 关门.
Okay, let's practice. Ask me, when does the museum close?
博物馆什么时候关? 什么时候关门?
Now, very often museums would have a rest day.
Yeah.
Monday or a Tuesday or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So how would you say that?
休息. 休息 actually means to have a break, to have a rest. And 休息 here actually we can also say 博物馆什么时候休息. It also means when does it close? Okay, close for the day, close for the week.
So it's got a more ambiguous meaning. It doesn't
That's
necessarily
right.
mean have a rest. It can mean 关门 as well.
That's right. So 休息 is actually having a break. Okay, and you can see this word here. 休, a man, and this wood, a tree. A man against the wood, against the tree, is taking a rest.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and here 习, on the top here is nose and heart. So 习 actually, when you have a break, you are supposed to breathe
Take
in.
a breather.
Yes, and then you watch your heart. It's a time for you to review your behavior. See, well, the Chinese philosophy here. It not only have a holiday, it's a time to review your behavior.
Real culture. Yeah.
Yeah, 休息.
Can you remember how to say art gallery?
美术馆.
Ask me, when does the art gallery take a break?
美术馆什么时候休息?
Tell me Tuesday.
星期二
Now we're going to move on to opening times. Now we've had the closing time, we've had the opening time, we've had the closing time. Now we want to know what the opening times are, from when till when. And this can be from a seasonal thing as well.
Yeah, it could be hours as well. The opening hours, opening seasons. It's called 开放. 开 is open. 放 means let go. Okay? So let go, open, let go to the public. 开放.
Ask me, what are the opening times of the museum?
博物馆什么时候开放? It's actually very ambiguous here. It is. So you have to know this, the context. Yep. It could be the opening hours. It could be the 博物馆 for some reason it's closed for a while. Then when it's going to be open again.
But that's normal in Chinese. It's a highly contextual language. You have to understand the situation that you're talking in.
But in the West, a lot of time there's a gardens, houses closed in the winter and open after Easter. Okay, then so you have more, so 开放时间.
Yeah, from March till October or
That's
something.
right. But for Chinese, actually, it's open all year. So here, 开放would be more like opening hours. Next one would be
what time?
几点? 什么时候 is when. 几点 is more specific, is what time. So here you want to say that what are the opening hours. It will be 几点开放. Okay, 博物馆几点开放?
Let's try that with the art museum, art gallery. Ask me, what are the opening hours of the art gallery?
美术馆几点开放?
Tell me 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock.
9点到5点.
And next we're going to ask about the days.
星期几? 星期几, which day of the week?
Ask me, which days is the museum open?
博物馆星期几开放? Actually, in everyday speaking, a lot of time you will say 博物馆星期几开. Yeah, 星期几开 instead of 开放. Yeah, 星期几开 is a more sort of everyday people would use. Okay, next would be 门票一张多少钱?
So ticket, entrance ticket.
Yeah.
Door ticket, literally.
Yeah, we call it door ticket because you have to enter the door or the gate.
So door ticket, one piece, how much money?
That's right.
How much is a ticket?
Yeah. And we have don't forget this Mandarin word, 张. Okay, one piece of paper.
Yeah, this is one of the stumbling blocks that we have when we're first learning Chinese.
门票一张多少钱?
And other things that you might like to buy while you're there. One would be a postcard.
明信片一张 one piece. Yeah.
Ask me, how much is a postcard?
明信片一张多少钱?
Tell me 10 yuan.
10元, very
rather
expensive.
Isn't it? It's a really nice postcard.
太贵 Yeah.
A map would be quite useful.
地图一张 or 地图一份.
What's the difference?
一张 is one piece. When the map is open, so not folding, is a piece of paper, small map.
Or just one sheet of paper. Yeah.
That's 一张. 一份 is the paper is big and you sort of have folded. And 一份 means one set. So one set of 地图, one set of map.
Okay.
一份地图.
Okay, well, we're going to use 一张 for this one. Ask me, how much is a map?
地图一张多少钱? I'd like to remind you here as well. You can also say 一张地图多少钱? The difference is that 地图, we are talking about maps. Okay, maps, one piece, how much? 明信片 postcards, one piece, how much? 一张多少钱? 门票 tickets, one piece, how much? 一张多少钱? Okay.
Been there, done that. Got the T-shirt.
T-shirt is T-shirt.
That's a hard one.
一件.
Because it's clothes.
That's right. T-shirt 一件多少钱?
And the last essential thing that you need, I think, is a guidebook.
And that would be 旅游书一本. 本 is for counting books. For counting books. So 旅游书一本多少钱? Earlier, Michael was saying that 明信片一张10元, yeah? I think could be
A little bit pricey.
Yeah, but could be 一本明信片 because sometimes they have a set of
oh, yes.
postcards together.
Yeah, 10 or so together.
Yeah, 10, 20 together, and look like a booklet. Yeah, like a book. And at that time, you can say 明信片一本多少钱? Let's look at the next sentence. 你们这有英文导游吗? 你们这有英文导游吗?
Well, 英文 is English.
Yeah, and 导游. 导 is guide, and 游 is sort of Chinese is funny that we say play. They guide you how to play.
So this is a person, is it?
It is a person.
Oh, right.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but this is a specific person that takes you around. It's a little bit like your tour representative or
tour guide.
Tour guide, but they're not.
It's more general.
It's a generalistic thing. It's not sort of showing you the specific
venue.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. For example, you could probably have a 导游 in Beijing, and this 导游 show you around Beijing all this important scenery or any spots.
Obviously, they'll know a little bit of information about it, but the big thing is that they know how to get you from A to B in a fairly efficient manner, which is very important, I think.
They also do the introduction, the city or the country history, They give you the background information as well. Okay, 导游.
What if we want to be a bit more specific?
You mean that's in a museum?
In the museum or something.
Then there will be 导览. 导览. 览 is like 观, 参观, 观 is to observe, to look. You can see bottom here is to see.
Mm-hmm.
So 导, guided to see. They guide you to see things, to see a museum.
And this can be a person or it can be a thing as well, can't it?
Yes, it could be
Bit
paper,
of paper.
Could be audio. So 导览 is actually very broad, but a lot of times used as a person or people. 导览 of these people or these tours to show you around this museum.
Okay, let's quickly practice that then in the sentence. Ask me, do you have an English tour guide?
In a museum?
Yes.
Okay. 你们这有英文导览吗?
Tell me yes.
有.
Tell me at 10 o'clock.
10点. 10点有英文导览.
Now, often either you can't wait or they don't have one, but you can pick up these little audio guides that can show you what to do.
Yes, and there'll be 语音导览. 语 is language, 音 is sound. Okay, 语音 is language, sound, 导览 tour guide. Yeah?
And this is so important that I think we'll practice this one as well.
Yes.
Ask me, do you have an English audio guide?
"你们这有英文语音导览吗?"
Tell me yes.
有
Tell me it's 10 yuan.
10元一个. Yeah, here you have to say 一个 one. 10元一个.
And maybe they don't, or maybe your budget won't stretch that far. And you're just looking for a little pamphlet, a little sheet of paper with some general introductions.
And there will be 介绍册子. 册子 is a booklet, a small thing, as a pamphlet as well. Okay, 册子. 介绍
Introduce.
Yeah. So introduction booklet. 介绍册子.
We'll practice that in a moment, but I'd like another couple of pieces of vocabulary first.
Okay.
Now, you might want it in French, if you're French.
法文
Or you might want it in Spanish, if you're Spanish.
西班牙文
Ask me, do you have a French introductory booklet?
你们这有法文介绍册子吗?
Tell me, sorry, we only have English.
对不起，我们只有英文的.
Ask me, do you have a Spanish audio guide?
西班牙文语音导览. 你们这有西班牙文语音导览吗?
Tell me yes.
有
And the next thing we'll want to know, because our budget won't stretch very far, we want to know if anything is free.
免费的 免费的.
Ask me, do you have a free audio tour guide?
你们这有免费的语音导览吗?
Tell me, sorry, no.
不好意思，没有. You can say 对不起 as well, or 不好意思没有.
Tell me, but we have a free booklet.
不过我们有免费的册子.
What a relief, eh? Don't have to part with your hard-earned yen.
Yeah, but again, a lot of time, I think all these 册子, this booklet, it costs money as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at the next one. That you get at the park or somewhere, you see something quite unusual, that's not what you see in your own country. You might want to take a photo, then you might have to ask, 我能给您照张相吗? 我能给您照张相吗?
This isn't, can I give you a photo? Can I take a photo of you?
That's right. 照相 is take photo. And 照张相, 张 is one piece. So can I take
A photo.
a photo of you? Okay, 给您照张相. Okay, and a lot of time we don't have to say but we don't forget our counting Mandarin word. 张. So can I take a photo of you? 我能给您照张相吗?
And often you would actually want to take a photo with somebody as well. Now, you'd often have Chinese people saying this to you.
Okay, they will be 跟您 with you. 跟您.
So one is 给您 and the other is 跟您.
Yeah. 给您 is for you to you, and 跟您 is with you.
So let's quickly practice this then. Ask me, can I take a photo with you?
我能跟您照张相吗?
Tell me, of course.
当然可以.
And how about helping someone take a photo? You see somebody struggling and sort of embarrassed to ask.
Yeah, and then there's not 给您. 给您 is, although with 给 in Chinese concept is sort of for you, do it for you or do it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but here I think should be 帮您 it help you. 我能帮您照张相吗? Can I help you to take a photo?
Yeah.
Okay, 我能帮您照张相吗? That's 帮您.
Let's do a little bit of Tai Chi practice, shall we?
Okay, 太极 and 跟您打太极.
You hit Tai Chi. Hopefully Tai Chi doesn't hit you.
打太极. 跟您打太极 is to do it with you. So Chinese people, when they do Tai Chi, it's very funny that the master is in front and he's doing it and you just follow.
This is how you learn a lot of things like Tai Chi and things like that, just in the park early in the morning.
Yes.
Just following the other people, following the master.
And this is usually free. Yeah. Usually free. And you just go there, you just join them, you do it with them. Okay. It's early in the morning, Chinese exercise in the morning. And you can see a whole lot of old people, they are in their 80s, they still can squat.
Yeah, okay. They're amazing.
Yeah, they're amazing, yeah. So, 我能跟您打太极吗? And next one would be...
You're watching a performance. You often see, again, a lot of older people doing a lot of traditional
for example,
singing. And
yeah, for example, Beijing opera, yeah. Okay, and then 看您表演. So watch you performing.
表演 is to perform or a performance, isn't
That's
it?
right. Okay, 看您表演.
Ask me, may I watch your performance?
我能看您表演吗? 我能看您表演吗?
Tell me, yes.
可以. 可以 means you may. 可以. Okay, and next one would be...
Very special to Qiu Laoshi, this one. Watching people making 饺子.
看您包饺子. 包饺子. A lot of times, maybe in the apartment or in the house, it's very hot. So in the summer, you can see people do their food actually outside. And 胡同, especially 胡同, a lot of families living together in a small
sort of square area.
Yeah. Exactly. And so they cook outside. And you can see them making 饺子, making 包子 outdoor. So, 我能看您包饺子吗? Can I have a look at you 包饺子? Okay, let's move on to next one. 请问出口在哪儿? 请问, when you have a question, you have 请问.
Yeah, may I ask, where's the exit?
Yeah, 出口在哪? And another way to ask would be 哪有出口?
Is there any difference apart from being more polite?
Here, you can also stick 请问 there. 请问哪有出口? Every time you want to ask a question, you can have 请问.
Just a different way of saying it is.
Yeah, 哪有出口 is where can I find exit. And 哪有 also have more connotation that plural. There are probably several.
Okay. So, yeah.
Several
different areas where you can get out of the building.
That's right. 哪有出口?
Obviously, the exit's probably the least of your worries. It's how to get in.
Yeah. 入口, get in, enter, and 口 is mouth. So this is the mouth to get in. 出 is exit. 出 is coming out, and 口 mouth as well.
Okay, using the 哪有 form, ask me, where's the entrance?
哪有入口?
The next essential when you're in any kind of enclosed environment is to find a lavatory. So how would you say lavatory or toilet?
厕所, 厕所.
So again, using this 哪有 form, ask me, where's the lavatory?
哪有厕所? 哪有厕所? Personally, I would say 哪有 is more like where can I find, and 在哪 is where is. Yeah, where can I find a toilet or the toilets? 哪有厕所? And of course, you can ask 厕所在哪?
Both are perfectly okay.
Yeah, but 哪有 is more has in the connotation that there are many of them, and where can I find one? Okay. 在哪 is more sort of connotation, there's only one there. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Very important for Chinese people, 哪有卖吃的?
Where can I
find
something to eat?
Yeah. Where can I find somewhere they sell food? 吃的.
So
吃的 is eating stuff.
So literally this sentence is, where has selling food?
That's right. Okay. 哪有卖吃的? Eating. 吃的.
And an alternative to that will be, where can I buy something to eat?
Yeah. So, 在哪买吃的? 在哪买吃的?
So essentially they have the same meaning, but you have to get over the 买, which is
to sell,
and
买 is to buy. 在哪买吃的? So 在哪 is located where? Can I buy 吃的? Okay, 在哪买吃的?
And the summertime, it's unbelievably hot in parts of China, so you'll want something to drink.
And there would be 喝的. 喝的.
Okay, using the buying, ask me, where can I buy something to drink?
在哪买喝的? But I'd like to remind you, although I haven't put it here, the polite way would be 请问在哪买喝的?
And of course, you want to prove that you've been to China, so you need a souvenir.
纪念品. 纪念品.
So it's remembering products, isn't it?
That's right.
Again, using buy, ask me, where can I buy souvenirs?
请问在哪买纪念品?
Tell me here.
就在这. In Chinese, we say just here, right here, just right here. 就在这.
And the next one is ticket. Now, you might think this is a bit odd, but sometimes the tickets are sold in different places from the entrance.
Yeah. And sometimes it's hidden.
Oh, many an hour we spent looking for the place to buy the tickets.
Okay. So, tickets would be 票 or 门票. Yeah, 票.
This time using sell. Ask me, where do they sell tickets?
哪有卖票?
Tell me over there.
在那儿.
And one last thing, you might want to hire an audio guide. So can you remember how to say audio guide?
语音导览.
and hire an audio guide. How would you say that, 邱老师？
租语音导览。
Ask me, where can I hire an audio guide?
请问在哪租语音导览？请问在哪租语音导览？
Tell me here.
就在这。Okay, 租 to hire, to rent, 租。Okay, good.
So now I think you've got a pretty good idea of how to get into the museum. The proper Chinese names for some places. We'll do a blog entry a little bit later on a few more of those.
Yeah.
To help you. And we'll record that as well, won't we, 邱老师?
Yes.
Because that's essential.
Yeah, of course.
And so for today, that's it. And it's time for us to say 再见.
再见. Have fun.